What's up guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to be planting onions. So let's get to it. It's early January here in North Texas, and it's time to plant some onions. This is the very first planting of 2021, the first true spring planting. I have a lot of stuff from the winter that's still growing and some stuff that I sowed throughout the winter, but this is the very first planting of 2021. So what we have here is a row of onions that I just planted 3 days ago. I planted them from sets, which I ordered from Dixondale Farm back in December, and they sent them here about January 5th. And there's a whole bunch in each bundle. I got 4 bundles. 2 of them were mixed packs, and there was a solid yellow and a solid red varieties. So 4 total bundles for just over $30, and they're just planted 1 inch deep. So it's that simple. All I did in this bed was lay a fresh layer of compost on top. I didn't till it in or anything, just about a 2-inch layer of fresh compost, and planted the onions directly into it. I also sprinkled out some chicken manure pellets and raked them in when I was leveling the compost. And that's all there is to it. This bed last year had winter squashes, so this entire area was completely thick and covered. You couldn't see the ground, covered with winter squash vines of all different kinds. And after those were done, I cut them down and didn't disturb the soil, but I didn't get a chance to plant a cover crop or anything like that. So the dirt was just there, unfortunately, for the last couple months. And now here I am in January, and it's time to plant the onions. This is my 3rd year growing onions. In the past, I've had great success. I normally end up with an enormous amount of just medium-sized onions and some really big ones, but mostly medium-sized, a little smaller than store-bought. It's recommended to give onions a liquid fertilizer every 2 weeks, 3 weeks. People do all different time schedules, but for me, I typically have in the past not given them any liquid fertilizer, and I've had great success. So that's what I'm planning on doing again this year. I gave them the initial fertility, and I just let them do their thing from here. It always feels a little weird to be planting onions this time of year. It can get still extremely cold here. We'll still have snow sometimes, rarely, but sometimes, and lots of frost. Just right the night after I planted these, it got down to 28 degrees and frosted really hard, but they were untouched. As you can see, they're still nice and green. And in the past, I've even had my onions get completely covered in ice. Like, they look like their icicles are surrounding the onions, and they make it through that no problem. So onions are extremely hardy, and that's why we plant them so early here in North Texas. Well, we're back here. It's been about a week since I planted these onions, and they're already greening up quite a bit. We've gotten a nice couple days of rainfall and cloudy weather for them to put out some roots, and they're looking good. I just wanted to bring up that there are 3 different types of onions that you'll see advertised. There's short day, intermediate day, and long day onions. And for the South, especially in Texas, short day and intermediate day are the only types that will work. If you see Walla Wallas or a lot of other varieties that are tailored to the north, those are long day varieties, and we don't have enough sunlight, enough hours of sunlight in one day here for those to start bulbing out. So those are referring to the amount of hours it takes until the onions start bulbing, which they do at the very end of their growth cycle. Well, that's it for today's video. Hopefully that'll get you a quick start to growing your own onions. If you have any questions, comment below. And otherwise, thanks for watching.